you look at all this talent that's moving over to AEW and look at sort of these peak ratings that they've been doing lately. I just wanted to join in on that message and say that I'm worried too that AEW might be getting too good. You have to be careful in pro wrestling. History has told us when you put out shows that are good again and again, you have to stop and question whether that's sustainable. Because once you start to put out good shows on a regular basis, people are going to expect good shows all the time. And I'm just worried that AEW might not be able to keep up on that cycle of putting out good shows. And then when they're not able to deliver good shows anymore, people might become disappointed. I mean, if you're AEW, you have to think about maybe starting to put on some bad shows. Or even if you think about this, if fans are satisfied, what reason will they have to keep on tuning in? You have to show a disregard for your fans' sensibilities at least every once in a while, or ideally most of the time. Otherwise, people will just get their fill and they'll never come back. It's like every relationship. You have to treat your partner badly if you're going to maintain the status quo. To be fair, you have to think about the casual fan. Do you think the casual fan is going to be just attracted to a good wrestling show with good promos and good storylines and good wrestling matches? I think if AEW is going to become more mainstream, they have to start thinking about the zany kind of entertainment that WWE has produced year after year while flourishing, as we discussed, financially. The kind of entertainment that everyone from a 76-year-old billionaire to a 76-year-old billionaire with a 13-year-old sense of humor can find hilarious. People of all ages and mental states. So I'm just afraid that if AEW doesn't regroup and make the necessary adjustments, then AEW might become nothing but a company that delivers big ratings, sure, strong pay-per-view buys, I guess, and just gets huge crowd reactions in front of sold-out crowds. But that's all. At least as the last 2 decades plus have taught us. That is just not the way that a successful US-based wrestling / media company grows its revenues. There's just no precedent for that in a lot of our lifetimes. And I would add finally that it's as the game Paul Levesque once said early in the Wednesday Night War, you got to remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And we all know how that turned out for AEW. So I will leave you with that.